Now, if you guys don't know, Tory Lanez was dropping music from behind bars, and he was speaking on a leaked phone call. Well, I guess it wasn't leaked. It was posted phone call from him from behind bars saying that him and his engineer finally figured out how he can drop music from behind bars. Now he went on to drop a couple songs called Prison Mixtapes, but unfortunately things are going south now after supposedly his cell was raided and they found some recording equipment and it was confiscated, which is kind of amazing to me because I don't know anyone else that has been able to bring studio equipment inside their cell. Like, we hear people write music all the time and just start making music when they come home. But to actually see that or hear that Tory Lanez actually had studio equipment inside his jail cell is kind of crazy. Now, when I first heard these mixtapes, these prison mixtapes by Tory Lanez, honestly, I thought that these were lyrics. You know what I mean? I thought these was lyrics, and I thought this was Tory Lanez actually singing over, through the phone. And what I thought they were doing is that they were just changing his voice using AI. You know what I mean? To get the clarity, because obviously throughout a jail phone, it's gonna sound a little fuzzy. You know what I mean? It's a phone call. So how I thought they were getting the quality up was using an AI voice, like basically changing his voice using an AI version of him, but with him actually singing it. You know what I mean? So it's gonna have the same flow, but it's just gonna have an AI voice over it. I thought that's how Tory Lanez was doing it, but supposedly that boy Tory Lanez had he had to have a microphone in there, laptop. Bro, man's had a whole studio in his jail cell. Now, after his whole thing got confiscated, his equipment, he came out and he said this on his Instagram, and he said the rumors are true. The prison tapes will be discontinued until further notice. However, I think it's important that my fans know the truth about the crooked ass ish that's really going on here. My cell was not raided and trashed because I learned how to record myself in prison or because I created the prison tapes. I was shut down because the higher ups figured out what I was really doing with the prison tapes and how many inmates were being helped in a life-changing way because of them. Since the day I was incarcerated, all I've seen is blacks and other minorities receive the most cruel, illegal, and unfair punishment treatment. Well, this is the thing, though, Mr. Tory Lanez. We know this already. Jail is not fun. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of crazy ish going down in jail. But come on, Tory Lanez, you benefit yourself from some of the crooked ish that goes down in jail, because I'm pretty sure, Tory Lanez, that you're low key. How did you get your studio equipment inside the jail cell? Some crooked shit had to go down. Come on, man. Some crooked shit had to go down. So you can't sit here and be mad because now you've been caught up with the crooked shit and get mad because other people are doing illegal things and some things are going down and that's not being looked at. Well, that's just how it is jail. And one of the main things, Tory Lanez, that you have to understand, I think you need to, I said this before, you need to stop talking so much. I think the talking has to stop. Why would you go on the phone and have someone post a phone call of you on social media of you saying, oh, me and my engineer finally figured this out. I can record from behind bars. Tory Lanez, you're hated. I'm sorry. I don't know if you understand this yet. There's a bunch of people that don't like you and they're very powerful. And that is very, very, very known. You know that. Your father knows that. That's why your father went crazy outside that courtroom when you was sentenced. He was blaming Desiree Perez. He was blaming Rock Nation. Hey, man, listen. If what your father is saying is true, if you have people like Desiree Perez, Rock Nation, that don't like you, bro, you got to be very careful what you say and do. Because, hey, man, listen, I am nobody to sit here and say that Desiree Perez or Rock Nation has anything to do with this happening to Tory Lanez behind bars. But yo, Let's be honest. These are very powerful people in the music industry. And not only in the music industry, when you're as powerful as Desiree Perez and Jay-Z and Rock Nation, you're powerful in all other type of aspects because you just got power. You know people. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep reading this, man. I'll get a little bit more into this. We can keep reading it. It says here, for so many nights, I asked God to reveal his purpose in making me go through this ills of the prison system. I was later shown that purpose. I was placed in a jail to suffer, to feel and to witness firsthand the pain and oppression being inflicted upon the young black and brown men and women of my generation. I knew I had to change this justice. So I made a plan that when I got to prison, I would figure out a way to record music and put all the proceeds towards the legal representation of my fellow inmates, giving them once in a lifetime chance to go home to their families on appeal and resentencing. Although the higher ups have stopped the prison tapes temporarily, they were too late to stop my overall plan. Since the month of July, I've offered legal representation for 472 inmates. Yo, you shout out to Tory Lanez. I applaud that. That's what's up. I like that. Tory Lanez. And you see, you've been doing it for a minute, right? You know what I'm saying? You was doing this since July. But see, like 2 weeks ago, you came out and you opened your mouth, bro. And then that's when everything went down. You know what I mean? And actively reopened 476 cases with the help of legal firm Unite the People. So many inmates will be returned to their families and loved ones. I'm naming this the Hands of God Project. Lastly, they know I'm a threat and they don't want me saying or doing this. So if anything happens to me, just know I went out in the blaze of glory trying to revolutionize the end of a mass incarceration era on our people. Tory Lanez, yes, jail is not fun, man. And listen, man, you seen Meek Mills. Meek Mills, it changed him. It changed a lot of people. Jail would do that to you. But Tory Lanez, unfortunately, brother, you have to learn how to stay quiet and keep some of these successful things to yourself. Because if it is true that there are people out here this powerful that don't like you, brother, I don't think there's any way you succeed. You know, I think the best thing you could do, Tory Lanez, is even after this, you putting out this message, it's like, you're doing too much, man. Just take these L's. I think you should just quiet down for a couple years. You know what I mean? And chill out, do your time, come home, and try to make money again. And I know it's hard because you're at the position where you don't want to let your career die. You know, you don't want to just disappear and have your fans die out and move on to other people. And then when you come home, they're probably looking at you like, oh, who's this guy? Oh, damn. That's Tory Lanez. Yeah, I used to listen to this guy when I was in high school. Dude's probably got a whole family, you know, living in the suburbs now. Yeah, they might not want to listen to your music no more because they're not into you no more. They're into new things. I mean, how many more Drakes are we going to get? How many more Lil Waynes are we going to get? How many more Tory Lanez are we going to get before Tory Lanez even comes home? And the worst part of this is that when Tory Lanez does come home, he gets deported. He doesn't even get to come back to the United States, so he can't even come back in here. He's going to get deported and he's going back to Canada. It is over for Tory Lanez. Unless that from here to there, things do change a little bit and Tory Lanez manages to make money through the internet, I guess doing concerts online or doing tours in any other place but the United States. But hopefully Tory Lanez did make some good investments, man, and he moved smart. because he's gonna be going away for a while. And at the end of the day, people do move on, man. It is what it is, man.